Court's intervention in the Sr Abhaya case verdict, says Sr Abhaya's brother. The news in detail. The special CBI court in Kerala capital Thiruvananthapuram today sentenced to life imprisonment the Catholic priest and nun for the murder of Sr Abhaya 28 years after the crime. The sentencing came a day after the two were held guilty by the court. Sr Abhaya was murdered and her body was dumped inside the well of a convent in Kottayam in 1992. The court also imposed a fine of Rs 5 lakh for murder, 1 lakh for house trespass and Rs 50,000 penalty for destruction of evidences. Separately, the two have also been sentenced to 7 years in jail for destroying evidences. Special CBI Judge K. Sanil Kumar gave the verdict in the 28-year-old case. On Tuesday, Father Thomas Kotoor and Sister Sephy were held guilty of murder and destruction of the evidence. The priest, who was a vicar and taught Sr Abhaya psychology at Kottayam's BCM College, has also been convicted of house trespassing. He was also secretary to the then bishop. He later rose to be the chancellor of the Catholic Diocese in Kottayam. Sister Sephy stayed in the same hostel as Sr Abhaya and was de facto in charge of the hostel. The prosecution asked Judge Sanil Kumar to give maximum punishment to the two convicted of killing the 19-year-old nun and dumping her in a well in 1992. The prosecution told the judge that Kotoor did not live in the convent and the fact that he entered the place exposed his criminal intentions and it was a case of trespass. Meanwhile, Kotoor's counsel pleaded that since he is aged and a cancer patient and therefore he should be given minimum punishment. Kotoor told the judge that he was also a diabetic patient who needed insulin daily. Sister Sephy pleaded to the judge that she was the sole breadwinner for her family. Though both the convicts made her request to the judge directly, the judge handed life imprisonment to the duo and have asked them to pay a fine of Rs 5 lakh each. As per the CBI, Sr Abhaya was witness to intimate contacts between Kotoor, another father Jose Putrikail and Sephy on March 27, 1992 as she went from her hostel room to the kitchen at around 4:15 in the morning. Between 4:15 and 5 a.m., the accused allegedly hit Sr Abhaya with a blunt object and threw her body into the well to cover up the crime. The accused, who were on bail, were taken into judicial custody on Tuesday after the mandatory COVID-19 testing. The incident was initially labelled as death by suicide by police and crime branch officials. Amid protests and petitions, the case was transferred to the CBI. Charges against another priest, Jose Putrikail, were dismissed in 2018 for lack of evidence. Sr Abhaya was found dead in the well at St. Pius Convent on March 27, 1992. The crime branch and initial CBI teams that probed the case had concluded it as either suicide or murder with culprits who couldn't be traced. However, the court refused to close the case and ordered further inquiry. Human rights activist Jomon Puttarpurekal, the lone surviving member of the panel that fought to pursue justice in the murder case, said on Tuesday that Sr Abhaya's case has finally got justice. She will rest in peace now. This is a classic example of how no one should think that just because they have power, money and muscle power, they can derail justice. While Sr Abhaya's parents died a few years ago, her brother Biju Thomas, who is currently abroad, said on Tuesday he was happy with the verdict. I see God's intervention in the verdict, he told to the TV channels. News Desk, Karma News.